Are you suffering from tension or stress? Here are some tips from one of our doctors on how to best manage it.
Well, hi, Mr. Bosque.
Hi, doctor.
I'm Dr. Gomez Vasquez, and I hear you have some symptoms of neck pain. Can you tell me a little about this pain?
Yes, well, actually, it's been going on about like 2 or 3 months. Especially when I sleep, it hurts more. Like it starts from right here, and
Yes.
then it keeps coming up to this side.
Okay.
And I've been taking Tylenol, Advil, and it still hurts. And I don't remember having like an accident or anything. It just started hurting slowly, and I don't know what else to take.
In talking with Rachel, there are several considerations that are necessary to be undertaken, from everyday life activities which may be causing undue stress. Sometimes one moves up the ladder higher than what they can achieve. Other times it's constant worry about every single detail. Some people will worry even if their neighbor hasn't fed their dog, is not even their dog, but yet it's something they feel inside that could be made better. There are multiple areas of stress that we all live with. The key is, when does it cross that line where it's no longer a healthy stress? We sometimes wake up and may take a little time to get going, sort of in the blue stage, kind of depressed stage. We're not crying, we get by, but we could potentially work so much better had we had a good rest and woken up with a positive attitude.
This is one scenario where both sides of the shoulder, of the spine, are tight and tense. It often implies that there is some degree of tension and stress that we all have.
Life is riddled with tensions and stresses. Just heading north on McPherson or south on McPherson, getting to the cross section of Del Mar McPherson. Is this car going too fast? Is he going to stop? Is he texting? Is the light going to turn green or red or yellow? All of these decisions just in one little corner, and before we wouldn't have this to worry about. Now, if we can feel our best, I think every single step of the way will be so much better.
Dealing with it is not as easily done as it is said. And by that I mean, you might be more perfectionistic and look at details in a way that others would disregard and thus not have such a difficult day. You might go to bed thinking about all the things you need to do and get through for the next day and thus have a restless night's sleep. There may be a lot of issues that may impact on how you feel on any one particular day. There may be people in your life and your daily work that make life or getting through your job just so much more difficult than it has to be. But the key here is that we need to hopefully find an underlying reason or root to this problem to hopefully fix it once and for all. There we address this in many different ways. There are many possibilities, but one of the more common things we see is that a lot has to do with the decisions that we make. And by that I mean, do we give the world our very best, our very worst, or our mediocre? And that part of the equation is then affected by another circle of life, which is all the decisions or all the things that help you feel well. If it's going out for a jog, if it's petting your dog, if it's calling your mom, if it's texting your best friend, or if it's taking a medication, all of these will have the advantage of allowing you to feel well. And if you feel well, you might make better decisions. Now, in the circles that we treat, there's another circle that's also very important. And I say this because there is no one particular good answer to all the problems in life. It's usually a multifactorial, and they all intertwine, they overlap, and they create some degree of tension that needs to be addressed in all levels. This third level, or this third circle of life that I was alluding to, is all the things that are important to you, things that have value for you, things that make sense for you, things that you believe in, your faith. We need to have all three of these circles well balanced to get the optimum effect. As results come in from what you tell me, because the answers here come from you, there are unfortunately no good tests for these treatments. It's more listening to the patient and how well they're doing with the treatment plan modality that's being undertaken.
One of the things we see most in medicine is tension and stress, and it is often overlooked. Most any physician can treat this, but it's a matter of asking the right questions and getting to the best possible solution. Medicine is there to help. It's there for everyone. No one is exempt from any of these feelings, and taking care of them may make a big difference.